Are ferocious frost-breathing anti-dragons real? Ice dragons, also called frost or snow dragons along with being known as anti-dragons, are indeed real creatures just as the fire-breathing dragon is. The basis of our reality seems to be an eternal struggle to maintain balance between all things polar opposite in nature. So it makes sense that a dragon that spits fire would have a counterpart that spits ice. The ice dragon is sparsely written about in ancient supernatural texts, yet it's never been spotted in modern times nor in the later half of the medieval period when the last fire dragons were eradicated from the earth by dragon slayers or banished into the underworld. There is also no indication that anti-dragons currently exist in the underworld. The battle between fire dragon and ice dragon. The last report of a frost dragon was detailed in an obscure Norse text during the 10th century at the end of the Viking Age. It was rare for dragons and anti-dragons to meet since one loathed the cold, and the other was hindered by heat. However, one fateful mild summer day in an Icelandic Viking settlement, an ice dragon and fire dragon's path collided over an open field near the edge of a village. There a startled group of Norse villagers witnessed an epic air battle of two supernatural winged reptilian behemoths. One shooting forth a forceful fog of clearly freezing vapors with sharp ice shards whizzing about. The other spewed hellishly hot flames. Some of the ice dragon's vapors fell as snow and mild hail, while those close to the flames steamed into massive clouds of warm rain. The light blue anti-dragon with dazzling eyes of glittering sapphire was said to be twice as large as the dark green dragon with eyes lit ablaze with glowing orange flames. The anti-dragon was scorched by the unholy hellfires, while the dragon found himself frostbitten by the unimaginably cold ice flow. The shrill screams of both beasts bellowed through the atmosphere, causing vibrations to be felt well over a mile away. Both dragons eventually dispensed with their respective offensive firing powers, and dragon versus anti-dragon entered into the physical combat of ramming and biting with their razor-sharp jaws. Orange lava and blue ice blood rained down upon the populace, causing frost and fire burns. Some houses were lit ablaze by the fire dragon's lava-like blood. With each bite, the dragons were weakened by the other's flesh and blood. The deadly dragons finally crashed into the field and furiously wrestled with each other in rage-filled combat. It appeared the larger ice dragon had defeated the fire dragon, pinning his neck to the ground with his gargantuan jaws. Eyewitness reports deciphered by modern paranormal experts indicate that the anti-dragon breathed what could have been an absolute zero frost stream directly into the dragon's bloodstream. Although there was blue blood gushing from its mouth, this could have been ice venom that would have been something more powerful than liquid nitrogen, a suggested trait of especially powerful ice dragons. Whatever the source of the cold, the fire dragon began to freeze as he whipped his head loose and turned to let out one final fiery blast directly into the ice dragon's face. The ice dragon let out a horrifying howl as the now fully frozen fire dragon shattered into a million pieces as if made of glass. The accidental consumption of fire dragon blood and that final flaming is what most likely caused the ice dragon to then burst into a mountain of sky blue ashes that blew majestically through the Viking village. This mystical ash put out every fire that had been set by the sky battle above. Some of this ash still exists to this day, and is used in some powerful magical spells. What are ice demons? Just as fire dragons were created by the demonic possession of prehistoric dinosaurs, so too do ice dragons have a demonic source. However, they were created by a rare breed of demons known as ice demons. Ice demons choose to take a different path when the original fallen angels left heaven. Most followed the devil, and created hell as a base for his acts of aggression and violence against all. A dynamic metaphysical dark energy realm that manifests as horrendously hot fires. Some of the fallen angels chose to follow the path of calmness, inner reflection, and even self-punishment, as they regretted following what they had believed was the enlightened Lucifer, who became the diabolical devil. They called a dark, desolate, interdimensional void of lost souls as their home. A place some call purgatory, despite how some religious texts may describe it. Ice demons, sensing the disturbance their demonic brothers were causing in the world, may have motivated them to create ice dragons through deep possession of a dinosaur, thereby altering the DNA. Frost dragons can be up to 3 times larger than a fire dragon. perhaps due to ice demons working as a collective who channel all their energy into one of their kind who enters another dimension. It would also be necessary to have a larger beast to generate the huge amount of cold needed to truly counter a fire-breathing beast. It's said the biological freezer within an ice dragon is an absolute zero void spiritually connected to the purgatory realm itself. It is the absolute absence of heat, and freezing of all molecular motion. It's what allows the dragon to freeze virtually anything non-paranormal instantly with the potential of it shattering like glass. Unlike violent dragons of fire, ice dragons are generally gentle giants that only eat glaciers of the great Arctic North and Antarctic South along with drinking large quantities of ice-cold water. Fire dragons on the other hand relish on roasting anything alive and eating it whole. The most ice dragons were reported during the last ice age. Certainly cavemen drawings have shown evidence of these supernatural reptiles that appeared in colors ranging between blue and albino. It's been suggested they hibernate deep within polar ice caps and glaciers for long periods of time waiting for an ice age to begin. Occasionally they awaken to explore and see if the cold has finally claimed the world. Like their ice demon creators, they enjoy solitude, inner peace, and reflection with their ice cube domains. Since these dragons avoided humankind to a far larger extent than their fiery brothers, there is no evidence of them being slayed from the earth. Therefore they most likely still exist hiding amid the ice and snow of the polar regions.